So it says that we have both a horizontal and a vertical. Believe it when we see it.
We do not.
Oh, it says we have 3 viewers. Hello, extra other person that's out there. We're getting things ready. We'll be there momentarily. Ooh, the light's blinking. Does that mean it works? Yes. No, that's funny. That's funny. Everybody's got their own expiration date. If they want to end at the age of 30, that's on them. That's not me, though. Obviously, not me. Oh no, another earworm. Oh no. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we are working on the phone bag that's in yellows to red fade. I'm really kind of excited about this. This might actually be the last week that we see work on this, because next week we are going to an art fair, and I like to bring a project along to work on, just that way people can see that it's not a machine, it's not gotten from China or whatever. It's really me doing it. And so since I'll be working on it, and we're like only that much further left to go, before the whole thing's finished, it might actually get finished up next week. And yeah. Yeah. Right. I am joined tonight by my lovely wife, Mandy. And sorry, I'm trying to read messages while actually talking. Brain could not handle it all. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's ever a cutoff date for this sort of thing. If people want to do whatever their hobby is, whatever it is, um, my my stepson recently reminded me that um, taking a break, to his hobby is video games. And I was saying that how I kind of sometimes feel really guilty that I'm not working when I stop to play a video game for any length of time. And he reminded me that, having a hobby that, you can kind of get away from whatever with and stuff like that is probably more helpful, than it is harmful, that I shouldn't be so hard on myself. Yeah. The only thing that I could think of that would hold a person back as they age working on bracelets would be if you got to an age where arthritis in your hands became too much, and then you couldn't contort your fingers into ways that, you know, make this kind of work out for you. That's the only reason I would see like not being able to keep up with this. Right. Waste time. Yeah. No, I think making bracelets is a healthy way to use some creativity and add some color to your life. Yeah. I absolutely agree. Yeah, like I was in my 40s before, which is a good, what, 20 years of making bracelets before I suddenly made the leap of being able to make a tube bracelet to turn it into something where I was actually making bags instead. So, like, sometimes it takes a little time to figure out clever ideas. And now I'm sort of known as the guy with the bigger projects. Well, there are places where people getting older, doing whatever, like in America, playing video games after a certain age is frowned upon. A lot of things after a certain age is frowned upon. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't feel all that old. I still have skateboards. Right. That makes sense. I saw a woman who was, I think, late 80s, early 90s, who was doing, like, she acted like she was like incapable of walking properly, like she had like a walking stick or a cane or something, and started dancing the tango because that's like was her thing. Like she had been a dancer when she was younger. She kept up her strength and whatever else, and she had everybody tricked into thinking that she was this poor old feeble woman. And then next thing you know, she's doing the tango and just wowing everybody. Like even young people don't necessarily move as well as she was moving. It was incredible. So, yeah, yeah, I love those kind of stories. Yeah, so this is really starting to come together now. We can see a lot more of the pattern now that like the dark ones have come into contact with their own. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, probably. Oh, so when you were showing me the picture of the bracelet with the bead and stuff, caused me to be like, oh, I did a video about that. I should show you the video. I forgot that I called it an embellishment, which made it really difficult for me to try to figure out because it didn't use the word bead. It didn't have, so like trying to search for it was crazy. The only thing that made it easy enough, well, how I found it in the end was I knew that it was right before St. Patrick's Day, which was a real easy green bracelet with like some of the string that was left over or whatever. So like I had to go back through my videos and, you know, look around that date until I found it. And then, yeah, so yeah, I finally found it. And then, I renamed the whole thing so that way maybe anybody else who like runs into, that problem or whatever can maybe find it a little bit easier. I might need to actually do that on a bunch of videos just to make it like more searchable. Yeah, because I guess not everybody is thinking embellishment. Like that's, you know, if you're just looking for how to put beads on a bracelet, that kind of beads should be a key word. Yeah. Oh, and catgut might seem a bit expensive. Like it comes like in like a pretty decent sized spool. Um, but I've had it around here and I use it for various things, and I have yet to use up any of them. Like I got different color ones. Right. 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 Let's slide it back up here. Are you sure we don't have the vertical stream working? Well, there seems to be a lot of people coming in and out. We've got like five people watching at the moment. It was up to 6 just a minute ago. Right. Yeah, it's just that cotton floss or yarn does not hold up well with a bead. I made something for a friend back in the 80s, and the bead may have lasted all of a week. So it just, the cotton does not hold up. You need something stronger. An alternative you could use is dental floss. Dental floss is surprisingly strong. You can take a piece of dental floss, wrap it around your hands, and pull, and it'll cut into your skin before it snaps. Cotton is just too. The fibers themselves are just really thin and small. No, it's cotton is just, yeah, cotton is just too. The fibers are short and like spun, and as the beads aren't necessarily like perfectly polished inside. Yeah, that'll wear out quickly, especially if the person's like wearing the bracelets all the time, like in the shower and stuff. The mint will go away. So this is the short row that I'm working on, where it's just a couple knots, and then we'll do the longer row after I get all the way around. So you're wondering why it seems like it's going kind of quickly. It's just because it's a really short row. And for anybody new here, I'm not working off of a pattern. I'm just really familiar with this type of a pattern. And so I know like these are coming in zigzagging this way. And periodically you'll see me kind of holding up the strings. I'm just checking to see which one's longest, because I'm trying to use the ones that are longest first, so that way I don't run out of string before the bag is done. So this whole thing is in a cylinder. And yeah, I just don't want to run out of string. Some are getting kind of short. Kind of adding a little bit more when it comes to this little like diamond here, but it just sort of makes sense to kind of get it finished off. The other yellows will come in and make contact. That'll be the longer row. May have to cut up some of this string that's I have of these colors, because it looks like it's possible that some of the strands are pretty short and I might run out before I finish it. I've lost track of how many days of work this has into it. I do know that some of those days were cut short, so that's partly why I haven't been keeping as track of it as much as I have some of the previous projects. But I'm kind of wondering, like, what kind of a price tag I should put on it. Like, if I get it finished during the event, it could go right into the for sale. Is it? I don't know. Hang on. I know a way to find out.
The stream description says 10.
Yeah, 10. But one was on the ship and the other one, so that one got cut early. And then there was one that was, I had to bail because of the headache.
Yep.
So
let's call
10.
it 9.
9 times 3?
Yep.
So how many hours into it? So it's like 36 hours?
27.
Oh, 27. Oh, I did the wrong. Trying to do that thing with the fingers for the math. So 27. And does that include today's?
Uh-huh.
So this will come up to 27. And then it'll be whatever happens next week with the fair. Yeah, so we won't be live streaming next week, next Saturday, because majority of the whole day will be spent down there in the city, and it'll be coming home and trying to get some rest so that way we can do it again on Sunday. We're not very morning people, and the event has some morning hours involved. All right, so we made it all the way around. Now we can do longer rows. Yes, I'm going to probably do it for 10, yeah. It's usually about the earliest that most anybody else makes it, like rainbow and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, it'll be just like the streams, except for it's just us hanging out over in Discord. Camera's not required, although I usually have mine on, but it's not required. I don't remember what I know that there's like at least 3 more bags worth of string, like already like purchased and grouped up and in like regular little boxes or whatever. Like each project has its own little box. But I don't remember what any of the other color combinations are. I do know that there is no more rainbow ones. Like I think that was like the first thing I attacked was doing rainbow stuff. But I don't know what any of the other color combinations are, so I have no idea what it'll look like when we come back week after next. No, no, I when it comes to this kind of stuff, yeah, I could. There's a lot of things, mind you. I think the rest of the ones that are like coming up or whatever, like the other bags, are going to use bits of this pattern, but in like different combinations, because it's essentially it's 4 different directions that each segment is doing. And then when you put them together, they have different kind of combinations and do different things. And I'm having a lot of fun with that. And I don't have a lot of phone cases available right now because previously all of them sold. So I'm trying to like do stuff that I enjoy that kind of goes quickly so I can have them, in the shop because people like them. And this pattern, this, basically any kind of an arrowhead pattern, I'm pretty decent with. I could do a arrowhead variant, I guess. That could be a fun alternative to this. I'm just not sure that there's any that are necessarily going to go as quickly as this does. when I finally get done with this, I'm essentially just going to turn it inside out, flatten it out, and then tie opposing sides together. And that's how it'll seal up. Then trim it down and turn it right way back around. And we will have the phone bag. I keep exchanging string directions in order to use the longer string first. Hopes trying to not run out. I feel like I'm kind of moving along kind of quickly. I don't know if it appears that way on camera. It feels like good progress. Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before. Basically, Saturdays, I don't do any knot work during the day. So that way my hands are not all tensed up, and causing me trouble. And after kind of waiting the whole day, it's like, I don't know, it just feels good to have a string in my hands again. There we go.
Imagine if somebody told you now that you're not allowed to knot anymore because you're too old.
I would, I know what I would say, but I know that YouTube probably would rather me not say those words. I think there's 14 segments in this. Well, I'm sure there's people who look at like my attire of like blue jean shorts and tank tops and like at my age, I should be dressing more appropriate to my age, for which again, I would have the same basic reply. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, yeah, there's a kind of kilt that I would like to wear. Um, they weren't cheap. They're like, and they have like great big pockets and stuff. It's like a real crazy kind of look. But I can imagine kind of having people talk shit about that. But I don't know. Like the rest of it, yeah, I don't care. People are weird. Have you seen the scrunchies that I've made with like the bracelet stuff? Yeah, I kind of want to hear that too. But I also want to know if you've seen my scrunchies because um, you're probably not far off from being able to make your own. And it's actually possibly cooler than bracelet with beads, and you don't need anything extra. Hey, honey, can you see if you can find a link to the scrunchies video?
Sure. Yeah, a couple of them.
Really?
One is the one with the bow.
All right. It actually says scrunchies in the title?
No, of course not. You wrote
Oh, of
it.
course not. This is why I need to use AI or something to help me figure out better titles because I'm obviously not smart. Especially if you have a matching bracelet. Or if you're extra fancy, you could have it match a bag. And they last a really, really long time. We were making those videos back in the pandemic. I'm pretty sure. How old do guinea pigs last? Like, how old do they live? Wow. Huh? I've never had guinea pigs. I've had hamsters. I was rehab for a rat that was abused. The rat used to help me take care of feeder mice for the monitor. We have kind of a pretty healthy group of people that come around here, so I know guinea pigs, that there are like places, I don't know what countries there are, but I know that like there's countries where it's like illegal to have only one of them because they're social creatures. I think that's kind of cool that they've like made a rule where you have to have at least a couple. Yeah. Is it Norway?
What? Guinea pigs?
Where you have to own at least two.
Oh, I
Like
don't know.
it's legally you can't have them like by individually.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's pretty neat. I just saw a video. It's an older video, but I saw it again today where they put down like a bridge that goes like from where the guinea pigs spend their day versus where they spend their night. And they put a bridge in place and they all like queue up and run across the little bridge. So darn cute. I would, if I had guinea pigs, I would want to do that. Have two separate cage areas, one for at night and one for during the day. That way you can clean up the areas and stuff. Yeah, Mandy and I met from Facebook. Oh, you. I don't even use the Facebook page for that much anymore. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that they'll have little fights with their owners if their food is at all wilted or whatever. Something that's literally hundreds times their size, and that yeah. Yeah, Mandy, I was playing a game and I noticed I could play people based on their profile pictures. And Mandy was just had a really cute profile picture there. And so I, started talking to her and she kept kicking my ass at the game. And I don't know why I thought that was hot. Yeah, so we started chatting and pretty much fell for her within what, a week. I bought an old MacBook and had that dedicated to uh, what was it, Skype? It was a computer dedicated just to Skype for Mandy to be able to call in anytime she wanted to. She could check up on me while I was sleeping or anytime.
You make that sound so creepy.
Um, it wasn't really creepy. It was just sort of, yeah. So 3 years of a long distance relationship, being separated by about 9,000 miles. Um, we made up our
12 or
mind to
13 hours.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I made the decision that I didn't have much family in the States, so like nobody would really miss me, and that Mandy had her family over here and was close to her family. So I got imported. I think we just had the 18th year anniversary of those games. Yeah, so I fell in love with her and said as much within a week. It took me another almost 6 months to find out that she wasn't very tall. Oh no, we're pretty open people. If you have questions, we've got answers. Right. There's a lot of like quirky things when it comes to the channel that if you're kind of newer to the channel, you might not know the origins and stuff, like the bot that we have that answers questions. You know, that started out as a Magic 8 Ball feature with the stream software stuff, and then basically I discovered some software that could link up to the chat and made a more complex version of it, just because it was kind of fun. If there was like kind of a dull moment in the whole stream, then we could like pull up the robot and like make it say funny things. And that was pretty hilarious. Yeah, there's like a lot of like quirky things with the channel that all stem from something somewhere along the line. I think that was Minute Craft. Yeah. I think she was going to go for Hello Hello, and it came out wrong. And we have basically joked and teased about it since. Yeah, that goes back a long ways. Yeah. Let's spin this again. If I did, it would probably be in a similar style to this. It says high score, and it's got the little dudes from the Atari games, Space Invaders. I would do it diagonally because I don't like doing that straight rows of words. It's just really hard to do, and it's just nothing but zigzag knots the whole way. And I think that it tends to come out looking kind of like crap. Although I've done it, I just don't like doing it. I also have this one. Hang on. Incoming clipped. Yeah, I did this one where they are going diagonally. It just doesn't look like it. And because it's small. And then yeah, less user friendly. But yeah. And I hang this off a bag. It can hold, I could stick like chapsticks or inhalers and stuff inside of it. So it's a tube. Hmm. Yeah, there was I think there was a 2-part video in making that one. I don't remember video titles at all. Hmm. It hangs off of one of my bags, off my backpack. Yeah, give me a second here. No worries. Actually, I'm thinking about taking a quick pause for the cause myself. Too much beverage. Give me one moment. I will be right back. And I'm back. Trying to see how much lag time there is between when I say something and when the screen sees it. And there seems to be a bit of lag. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. All right. Welcome back. Uh, cool. Oh, I noticed something weird today. So earlier, when you had left some messages in Discord, I was hearing the messages. I was hearing there's like a special noise that the computer makes when it gets that thing. But the weird thing was, I couldn't figure out where it was coming from because I had already closed Discord. I had put in the schedule and then closed the app. And periodically, while watching videos throughout the rest of the day, I would hear Discord sounds and be like, is that in the video? Like trying to figure out, like, is it my phone makes the same noises? I couldn't figure it out. Somehow it does. It didn't close out the program completely. And later I realized that you had made a couple more posts and that's where the noise had been coming from. And like, it didn't occur to me that it actually could be my own stuff doing it. It was really, really weird.
Didn't you know Discord
again,
does not shut down? Just closing the window does not shut Discord down.
If you close it all together, it does not shut down.
If you close the window,
there's a minus, a box. There's a minus, a box, and an X.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hit X.
Yeah, no,
Typically,
that's it just closes the window.
Really?
Yeah, you need to go to your taskbar, right click on the thing and exit.
Tell it to end task.
Yeah. No, not end task, just
Huh.
exit the app. Discord is supposed to run like in the background because in case anybody checks you out.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was unaware that it could do such things because I don't leave it on during the day or whatever. I could. I should do that on days where I'm planning to do member streams and stuff, anyways. Or like, like the Tuesdays, Thursdays and stuff, where people, if they wanted to talk to me while I'm actually making bracelets, that could be a thing. Because like when I'm recording the making of a bracelet, having people to talk to would be sort of cool. Doesn't affect much. No, the streams on regular weekdays are, typically speaking, and you can't hold me to this. Typically, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. We tend to sleep in during, most any given day. We tend to sleep in, and then by the time I've had a shower and get myself together and stuff, it tends to be like 3:30 in the afternoon Singapore time. I don't know what that would be in your time. I guess you could do the math. It's 11 o'clock here now. So how many hour difference that is? Is like 3:30 in the afternoon. Sometimes maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not. There's no real set time. It's like a lot of times I sort of drag my feet. Like, am I ready to sit down and record? And am I ready to make things happen? So it really varies in time a lot. Yeah, time zones make it sort of difficult. Um, even even minute craft who lives in the same time zone as we do often finds it hard to find time to hang out with me on the stream. So okay, so wait, it's 5 there now. I'm gonna have to leave this to Mandy. What time would 4 o'clock in the afternoon be in her time?
6 hours behind us. So 3 would be in the morning, basically.
Yeah. So if it was 4 p.m. 6 hours
About 9
back, it would
a.m.
be
at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. I don't know if you've seen any of the behind the scenes videos and stuff. Sometimes it's just me making a bracelet. Sometimes it's making a pattern and a bracelet. Sometimes it's, make a pattern and then cut the floss. It really kind of bit random. Yeah. 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 No, that's okay. You can always watch them at later times and stuff in case you ever want to see sort of behind all of the videos, like how they get made. Where there's like 300, almost 300 of them now. I'm just short of 300, I think. Right on. Some of the earlier ones, I was pretty ambitious and had like 3 hours of talking to myself, essentially. At some point, I kind of realized like, these aren't getting watched that much. I can do an hour, hour and a half. And then there are some days where it's just I don't have anything in me, but I still feel a commitment to doing the live stream. So I'll at least show whatever productive thing I'm working on that day. Like I said, like sometimes it can be short, like just making a pattern video. I think I did that kind of relatively recently. We're almost done with the long row. So there we go. That's the long row. So we're back to the short row. Mind you, when we started, there was a little bit of the short row from last week left over. So it wasn't like a full on straight across kind of thing. I find it a little bit easier to work from the right side to the left. So I'm just going to go back over here and start doing the short row. So the short row is basically 3 knots and the longer row is 5. There's not a huge difference, but that's what makes the zigzag. It's a 5 on the longer one and 3 on the shorter. They're almost exactly the same length. The strings are definitely getting short though. Not too short to be done, but it's just enough to start putting that kind of fear in me. I wonder where Rainbow is.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't like poke in and we missed her again, did she?
Nope.
I've got sheep chat running, so I basically hear the stuff coming in, but that doesn't work if 2 messages come in at the same time. I definitely think some of the strands are going to end up having to be traded out. This area over here, all of the colors are relatively trapped. They don't get to be exchanged for the longer counterparts outside because it's the side where the loop was. And it's concentrated along this row here. So this piece that's longer has left strings down here that are much shorter. So all the way. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Everybody needs to go. Get a real. Let's go all the way. Aw. No. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen a cat watch a thunderstorm, but it's kind of cool. Oh, cute. It'd be cool if you could have timed the picture to show the lightning with the cat looking out the window. That would be a great photo. All right. Got to rotate it again. And I want to see pictures. It's like a story. Lucky he didn't end up as rabbit stew. You and I. It's all about make sure he helps at right. And then, well, when the world was so cold, you just So we're back to the long row again. I don't think I can make it all the way around in an hour. That's okay. See how far we get.
Two hours later.
I don't understand how that got like an echo effect. It's only coming from one source, so it can't be. It doesn't make any sense.
You sure you're not doing another, Discord?
No. Nope. Welcome back. How did I miss that? Yeah, I don't. What holiday? Technically, today's a holiday somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, we might not have those. What's the next holiday here, hon?
Uh, hang on. Let me see. Oh, National Day.
There's nothing between now and August.
Nope.
No July holiday.
Nope. May good ones like 3 in a row.
There, Orange Man does so many things. I don't even know what thing you could be possibly be. Really, Brussels just having a party that they're not the USA. Uh, so we have National Day, which is sort of like an Independence Day, except for it's like a nice way of saying it because you don't want to piss off the country that we abandoned. That's in August. Um, Otherwise, kind of the normal holidays, except for we have the Chinese New Year is a big thing here. Oh, and we also have, well, I guess the Lantern Festival isn't really a day off work or anything, right? But there's like a whole little um, autumn celebration that happens. Oh, wow. I thought the Orange Man was busy at home with the whole thing. He tried to make a state fair. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Death Valley. Wow. Yeah, I kind of like what China's doing now when they want to do a celebration. Instead of fireworks, they just fly a whole boatload of drones that have lights on it and makes patterns and dragons and stuff in the sky. That is so cool. No pets have to be scared. You just have 10,000 drones doing stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Gunpowder in general is Chinese. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I think I've heard a story told that the emperor was trying very hard to um, live eternally, and so he had a whole bunch of chemists trying to come up with, elixirs for life, and it was in this fight for chemistry and whatever else that somehow they stumbled into dynamite, or not dynamite, gunpowder. Dynamite was actually done in Europe. They like took it and discovered they could make go boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Nobel Prize guy. He wanted to be known for something other than making things go boom. Oh yeah, yeah. I watched that video. It was a good one. Yeah, I like their videos. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the fact that escalators generate electricity when people are on the down, that was pretty cool. Right. I really wonder if this can be done next weekend. I think that'd be really cool. We'll have to see. We've got another viewer here. Anybody who's curious about what's going on this next week, we're going to be at an art and craft show. So we won't be here next Saturday working on this. I'll be working this live in person. So if you're in Singapore, come see us. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'll probably get it finished at the show. Well, that was a fluke case that one went down. Like that kind of stuff doesn't happen typically. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Oh, we're past the halfway. I might finish this row tonight. That would be fun. You'd have to get your flight really soon, though. Hey, honey, you want to Google something for me? Summer Madness by Kool and the Gang. Was it used for like a TV or movie or something?
Rocky. My.
It's playing and I recognize it from somewhere and I don't know. I couldn't remember where. Hey, how's it going? How you been, Jen? Seagulls in my head now. Said seagulls. I always forget it's like early morning for on the same date. Like we just went into the 5th of July, so the 4th is all over with for us. Thanks. Yeah, I really like this one. And a quick cap on there. And then we'll take it higher. Here's another quick cap. He is a nutter, but maybe not quite as experienced as you are, John. How long have you been making bracelets, John? I don't remember. Yeah. It's such a stark contrast between the yellow in it. Nice. John, you can see some of her work over on Discord under like works in progress or finished ones. She's posted a few of her pictures over there already. Wow. So we made it all the way around with the long row. Contemplating, do I want to start it or leave it like this? So again, just for anybody who's watching the video or whatever, next week is the Arts and Craft Fair, and Mandy and I will be at it. So there will be no live stream next week. We'll be back the week after that, which is calendar is back on the 18th for the regular live stream. Might be a whole new project, most likely, because look, there's not that much more to go on this. Feels like maybe 3 hours again, maybe a little bit more. Not that much more to go. So I don't know what the next project will be. So it'd be kind of fun if you can make it for that. What else? Oh, tomorrow is the members hangout. So we'll be over on Discord talking about whatever we want to talk about. I'll probably be cutting up string because I need string for this. I'll probably maybe we'll do that. Or I don't know. I got a bracelet to work on too. I don't know. It depends on what I get done during the day. So, yeah, member hangout, way fun. Can you think of anything else, honey?
I don't think so.
No. So, if with a little bit of luck, this thing will be all done. I'll try to show it. Well, if it finishes and gets sold at the event, then obviously there's nothing I can do about that. But if I get it finished and it comes home with me, I'll show you guys it on the 18th. So, yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Before I go, a little shout out, special thanks to all the YouTube members who make this stuff possible. Seriously, I wouldn't have the channel if not for them. The cost of the website and the video editing and all that stuff all adds up to be a kind of a bunch. So special thanks to those guys for making this happen. Yeah, it's been a fun live stream. There's been more than 50 people in and out of the whole stream tonight. So that was kind of neat. I kind of shocked at the numbers there. So guys, thank you. If you're a member, there'll be live streams on Tuesday and Thursday. So if you're looking for the schedules, it's over on YouTube and Discord. So thanks for watching. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.